What is freedom of expression and what is hate speech? Welcome to the Civics Academy Constitutional Rights series. These videos explore some of our constitutional rights and the institutions designed to support and enforce them. In order to assert our rights, we need to know their meaning and what they include. To use our democratic institutions appropriately, we need to understand their mandate and how they function. In this video, we explain the scope of the right to freedom of expression and its limits as enshrined in Section 16 of the Constitution. What types of expression are protected? Section 16 protects the freedom of the press and other media, the freedom to receive or impart information or ideas, the freedom of artistic creativity, and academic freedom and freedom of scientific research. Expression includes words and other expressive activities like movies, books, paintings, and sculptures. Symbolic acts like burning flags, wearing clothes, and physical gestures are also protected. The right to freedom of expression also protects ideas that will offend, shock, or disturb some people. The right, therefore, also requires people to tolerate the expression of others. The Constitution protects people against being silenced without reason by public or private actors. Ultimately, the court decides what kind of expression the Constitution prohibits. The role of the media and the Internet. The right to freedom of expression includes the right to receive information and unrestricted ideas through the media and the Internet. Newspapers, radio, and television must therefore be allowed to report freely. Blocking Internet sites because someone does not like the information they provide is unconstitutional. One of the goals of protecting the right to freedom of expression is to promote a government that is open, responsive, and accountable to the people. Freedom of expression can help to expose corruption and dishonesty amongst politicians, public officials, and private institutions. The media have a lot of power, and they have a constitutional responsibility to act with courage and integrity to support democracy. Limits to freedom of expression. Existing laws limit the right to freedom of expression in some circumstances. For example, it is not permitted to make untrue and derogatory statements about another person. If you falsely accuse another person of murder, that person can sue you for defamation because you have hurt their reputation. Other limits relate to who can access pornography and what types of pornography are allowed. These limits are only allowed if they are reasonable and justifiable in an open and democratic society. This means that there must be a good reason for limiting someone's expression, like protecting children from harm. When limits are created, they must be as narrow as possible. Hate speech. One of these limits on the right to freedom of expression concerns hate speech. Certain forms of expression that challenge the dignity of others and cause harm do not deserve constitutional protection. Expressions that have no or little purpose other than to hurt or harm others because of their race, sex, religion, sexual orientation, or because of some other related prejudice are called hate speech. Section 16(2) outlines different forms of hate speech. The Promotion of Equality and Prevention of Unfair Discrimination Act prohibits the publication or communication of words that aim to hurt, harm, or promote hatred based on race, sex, gender, religion, sexual orientation, and other prohibited grounds. When a person expresses hate towards another because he or she is black, female, or gay, for example, and an ordinary person would think that the expression was meant to hurt the feelings or bring harm to that person, this could be hate speech. If you are the victim of hate speech, the Equality Court can make an order including, for example, imposing a fine on the guilty party, implementing special measures to address the hate speech, and ordering an unconditional apology. We discuss equality courts in the video, How do we use equality courts to challenge discrimination? Summary. Free flow of information that empowers citizens is important for the health of a democracy. This is one of the reasons why the Constitution protects many different types of expression. This allows people to receive information and to share information with others. But some forms of expression are so harmful that there is a good reason to limit them by law. This includes forms of hate speech, which is regulated in South Africa to protect the human dignity of all.